The Seattle area has been one of the most popular areas for people to move to in the last decade, but where's everybody moving in Seattle Metro? Well, in this video, I'm gonna go over 7 of the most popular suburbs people are moving to. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I love helping you guys out that are moving over here. I am an active real estate agent here in the Seattle area. A lot of you have reached out to me here from YouTube when you're moving to the Seattle area for help with your home buying plans. Love helping you guys out, so feel free to contact me. Or if you're looking for some more info on living over here, download the free relocation guide down here in the description. But on this video, like I said, I'm gonna go over some of the top suburbs people are moving to. Now, this list isn't my favorite, or it's not to say other suburbs not on this list are not good places to move to. These are just the top 7 locations I see people asking me about and moving to when I help them with their transition over here to the Seattle area. There are over 70 different suburbs in Seattle metropolitan between 3 different counties. I'm going over 7 right here. So there are plenty of other great places to live, but these are just some of the most popular. So number 1 is Snohomish. Now Snohomish is about 30 miles north of Seattle. You know, without traffic, that's a 40 to 45 minute drive. If you're talking about rush hour, weekday, going to work, going home from work times, you're gonna be over an hour, sometimes up to an hour and a half in really bad days. There are people that live here in Snohomish and work in Seattle. It's a tough commute. It's really pushing it. It's right on the edge. You've gotta be okay with sitting in traffic for a long time during the day. But if you're not living, or if you're not working in downtown Seattle and don't need to commute down there, this is a very, very nice place to live. Now, the great thing about Snohomish is it gives you a lot of different options of different types of neighborhoods and homes that you can buy. There's a lot of farmland and acreage in Snohomish. So if you want a property on 1 or 5 or 10 or 20 acres, you can find a lot of that here in Snohomish. There's also a really cool historic downtown area. So if you love the walkability of different restaurants and boutiques and little shops, little local shops, there is a really cool downtown area here in Snohomish. And then you've got all your regular, you know, Costco's not in Snohomish, but it's close by, but you've got all your big grocery stores and all that kind of stuff. So all the amenities that you need are here in Snohomish, and it's a very desirable place to live. Now, the median home price in Snohomish right now, this is December of 2022, is $740,000. Now here's, let's jump in here. Now here's an idea of what you can potentially get for around that price point in the Snohomish area. You can see this home is $790,000. It's a 4-bed, almost 2,400 square feet. Photos aren't loading there. There we go. You can see the house here. It's a good looking house. It's on a good sized lot. It's a very clean home. So this is a good kind of idea. 1992 built home. And it's on about half of an acre. So there's a lot of homes like this in Snohomish. And like I said, this one right now is on the market for $790,000. So whether you want half an acre, you want 5 acres, or you want something a lot smaller, you know, a townhouse or something like that, there are those options in Snohomish as well. Now, another reason Snohomish is popular is it's got a well-rated school district. You can see on niche.com here, the schools are rated an A-, so it's a good draw for people to move up to this area. All right, city number 2 here I'm gonna go over is Edmonds. Now, Edmonds is about 15 miles north of Seattle. That's about a 20-minute drive without traffic. In traffic, rush hour times, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how deep in Edmonds you are. Now, Edmonds is very desirable because of the waterfront. You're right on the Puget Sound, basically. Edmonds is set on the west side, so it's very beautiful. There are homes with Puget Sound views, just absolutely gorgeous views of some homes around here. There's the downtown Edmonds waterfront area that's also very walkable, so a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants. There's the beach down there, which is actually where I proposed to my wife. There's the ferry, so if you want to do a little day trip and take the ferry over to the other side, you can certainly do that. There's an off-leash dog park, plenty of room for the kids to play. Edmonds has a lot to offer, so it's really desirable for a lot of people to move to. The median home price right now in Edmonds is $869,000. Now here's an idea of a home that you could get. This is $895,000, so close to that median price point. It's a 5-bedroom, almost 3,200 square foot house. You know, it's a good looking home. It's got a lot to offer. It's got a pretty average size lot, just under 12,000 or just under 10,000 square foot lot. So pretty average size lot, but it's a big home, and it's right here in the Edmonds area, a 2006 built home. Now the schools in Edmonds are rated B+. This is the Edmonds School District. This is actually the district that I grew up in. I grew up on the city just over, so a different high school than the city of Edmonds, but the same school district, rated B+, so this is again a draw for people that they're going into good schools, pretty decent schools here in this area. All right, city number 3 I'm going to talk about here is Redmond. So Redmond's about 18 miles east of Seattle, a little bit northeast of Seattle. Redmond is super popular because that's where Microsoft headquarters are, so there's a lot of people that move here from out of state going to take a job at Microsoft. Now they've got the Redmond Town Center, which is, again, it's a very walkable area. It's a lot newer than the 2 previous cities I just went over. This downtown area is a lot newer. Redmond's a much newer city, but there's a lot of stores and shops and restaurants and places to grab a drink. So it's very desirable for people because of that, and just because of proximity to very, very high paying jobs, whether it's at Microsoft or it's at Facebook or it's at Google. All these offices are over here. Amazon has offices close by, so there's a lot of people moving over here for jobs. Now, a reason for that, and the reason for, home prices, median home price is about 1.5 million right now, and that's because of the insanely high paying jobs over here. There's a lot of money that's come into this area, so median home prices are pretty spendy. Beautiful place to live, very clean neighborhoods. Here's a home in Redmond we can look at. It's 1.4 million right now. You can see it's a 4-bed, 3,200 square feet, 1993 built home, and it's got the 3-car garage. So it's a nice looking home. It's got some original finishes. It's got some updates done to it, but you can see the photos here. This is pretty similar to a lot of different things you can find in the Redmond area. This is a little bit older of a home on average for Redmond. Now, there's plenty of homes built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. There's a lot of newer homes too. So if you're looking for a newer home, maybe even a luxury home, there's a lot of options like that, multi-million-dollar homes in this area. It's a lot of different options, or you can get a 1960s single-level home, for closer to $1 million. So there's a number of different options, but another reason this is such a desirable area is the school district is an A+, Lake Washington School District. Some of the best schools in the state located here in the Redmond area. All right, city number 2, this is Sammamish, 20 miles east of Seattle. This is very similar to Redmond, and it's right next to Redmond. A lot of the same reasons people are moving to Redmond are a lot of the same reasons people are moving to Sammamish. Beautiful neighborhoods, close to high-paying jobs. In Sammamish here, you're right close to the lake, Lake Sammamish. So if you want to take the kids to the park to go swimming, you want to take a boat out, a jet ski, do all that kind of stuff, you are close to water recreation activities here. The median home price is also right around 1.5 million. So here's a home in Redmond, in Sammamish. It's at 1.35 million. This is a 3-bed, just under 2,000 square foot, a 1980s built home, 1982. You can see it's a nice, well-maintained home. Some updates, some original features. But again, like with Redmond, in Sammamish, you've got a wide range of years of homes. You can get an older home like this that maybe you want to go in and redo yourself, and you can get it for a bit cheaper. Or if you want a $5 million luxury home with a water view, $6 million home, there's a lot of those options too. So it's a lot of different things here in Redmond, but it is a bit pricier because of high-paying jobs. Again, same school district as Redmond, A+ rated schools, proximity to a lot of recreation. Like I said, high-paying jobs, beautiful, clean, nice neighborhoods, a great place to live. City number 5 here is Maple Valley. This is about 25 miles southeast of Seattle. Drive times, 30 minutes or so with no traffic. If you're going during rush hour times to downtown Seattle, you're going to be pushing it closer to an hour. But there's a lot of people that have moved down to Maple Valley because of its proximity to those east side cities like the Sammamish and Redmond that I just talked about. It has some of the same feel in terms of it's a newer area, very nice and clean neighborhoods, a lot of new construction that has gone on recently, but it's much cheaper. Median home prices in Maple Valley are $728,000, so a lot more bang for your buck down here versus the cities up to the north that I just talked about. Now here's a home in Maple Valley that you can get. It's a newer home, 2022, brand new home, $799,000, a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot home. You can see the photos here, everything's brand new. It's a gorgeous home. It's in a nice new neighborhood, so it's going to be very uniform and clean and a great place to be. Another huge draw to Maple Valley is the schools. A- rated school district. A lot of the schools are brand new, like the high school is very new. It's a very new school district, Tahoma School District, so it's going to be a very nice place to send your kids if that's something that's a concern to you. Not quite as much to do here in Maple Valley as maybe some of the other cities to the north when it comes to being central to everything. It's set a little further south here. Now there's plenty of shopping still and places to eat and stuff like that. There's a lot of parks down here, a lake down here. So there's still stuff to do for sure. It's very family friendly, family oriented. A lot of families live down there. So it can be another very nice place to move into. There are acreage opportunities on the outskirts of Maple Valley. So if you want 1 acre, 5 acres, you can certainly find that here as well. Or you can get a new construction home like I just showed you on a small lot. A lot of options here as well in Maple Valley. All right, city number 6 here is Gig Harbor. Now, Gig Harbor is about 45 miles southwest of Seattle. This is pretty far down there. Again, if you're somebody that's going to be commuting to Seattle every day for work, this is probably not an option for you. You don't want to commute from Gig Harbor to downtown Seattle for work. But if you work remote or if you work somewhere down south close to Gig Harbor, this could be a really nice option. I've had many clients move over this way. This is another area where you can get a lot of homes with water views. So if that's something that's really important to you, you can certainly find that panoramic views. It's definitely an option here in Gig Harbor. The median home price right now in Gig Harbor is about $750,000. So here's an idea of something that you could get for $750,000. You can see it's got a 3-car garage. It's a 3-bed, about 2,200 square foot home built in 1988. So it's got some original finishes. It's got some updates done to it. And it's on acreage, I believe. This one's on 1.4 acres this home is on. So this is another location again where you can find homes on acreage. Maybe it's set further to the west side of Gig Harbor, further away from the water, and you can find some acreage homes. Or you can go further to the east side of Gig Harbor, close to the water, and find waterfront homes or anything in between and find some new construction as well. So again, multiple different options here in Gig Harbor. Schools are rated a B+, niche.com here you can see. So that's another draw for people knowing that they're going to be putting their kids in solid schools. All right, in city number 7 here, suburb number 7 I'm going to go over is Bothell, about 20 miles north of Seattle, northeast. Again, this is 20 to 25 minutes without traffic. In heavier times, 30 to 45 minutes. Getting to downtown Seattle, maybe a little bit longer in the really tough days. But Bothell's another place that a lot of people have moved to due to proximity of jobs. It's just north of Redmond that I talked about where Microsoft headquarters is. You've got Google offices, GoDaddy offices, Amazon offices, Facebook, a lot of different companies over in this relative, proximity of Bothell. That's a easy commute to get to. So a lot of people have moved over there because of that. Median home price right now is $995,000. So here's an idea of a home that you can get in Bothell. $910,000 for this one. It's a 4-bedroom, 2,000 square feet, 1979 built house. You can see here it's a split level home, but a lot of updates have been done to it. Really done a good job remodeling it. It's on an average size lot, less than 1/4 of an acre. There's a lot of homes like this in the Bothell area, a lot of older homes that were built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There's some new construction as well, a lot of new neighborhoods that have put up in the last 5 years. So if that's something that's important to you to get a much newer home or a brand new home, you have those options as well. Also, a huge draw to Bothell is the school district. It's the North Shore School District on the south side of Bothell. Bothell's split between 2 different counties and 2 different school districts, so just keep that in mind. But a lot of people are moving to the south side of Bothell for North Shore School District, A+ rated school district. So it draws a lot of people in, prioritizing living in the Bothell area for those schools. Again, a wide range of what you can find. You can find condos and townhomes all over Bothell. You can find these 60s, 70s, and 80s built homes all over the place on average size lots. You do have some homes that will have smaller acreage, not quite like some of the other cities I went over before where you can find 5 to 10 to 20 acres. Every once in a while you can find that, but there's enough homes with an acre, acre and a half through here that you can find in Bothell. So there's a few different options. You're super central, you're right by the freeway, so it's easy to get in and out of and to wherever you need to go. All right, well that wraps up the top 7 places I see people asking about and moving to. So like I said, Seattle Metro has 70+ different suburbs in it. So don't worry if the city that you are really interested in was not on this list. There's a lot of very, very pleasant places to live over here in the Seattle area. And like I said, I'm an active real estate agent over here, so if you're looking to make the move to the Seattle area and you need some help with purchasing that home and finding the right neighborhood, feel free to reach out to me here, and that relocation guide, free download in the description if that would be helpful for you as well. Appreciate you watching this one.